Not all gods are born godlike. Some are bestowed godlike powers by the Almighty, and some just completely destroy and kill everyone on its way to ascend to godhood. Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, who single-handedly destroyed Olympus in its entirety and killed every single of the Greek gods that stood on his way. Thanos, a titan that is the absolute most dangerous being in the entire universe, able to obtain godlike powers without even being a god. My name is Midnight and today I'm going to analyze Thanos and Kratos completely and see who would win in a showdown. Let's go! Be sure to follow me on Twitter for more videos like this. Kratos, born on Sparta, son of the almighty Zeus and the mortal Callisto. Throughout all of his life, Kratos knew only battle. As it is the code of the Spartans, every man has to become a warrior. Knowing nothing but battle, Kratos is still kind and noble towards his most dearest, his family. Reaching adulthood, Kratos became a general of the Spartan army and won hundreds of battles. But one day, the invincible Spartan army was defeated, and Kratos, out of desperation for his life and his soldiers, sold his soul to Ares, the god of war. Ares then saved Kratos, gave him the blades of chaos and commanded him to do his will. After some time, Kratos raided a village filled with civilians. After entering a temple, blinded by his bloodlust, he killed both his wife and his daughter. Ares, wanting Kratos to become a full-fledged champion, teleported Kratos' wife and daughter to the temple of the village, so that Kratos would kill them, setting Kratos free from the chains of love. But love gives life to hatred, and Kratos swore that he would get revenge for his family by killing Ares. Some time has passed and Kratos gets to kill Ares, becoming the new god of war. More time passes and more Olympian gods piss Kratos even more, so he kills them. Every single one of them. The Olympus is destroyed, Kratos tries to kill himself with the blade of the Olympus and fails to do so, making his escape to Midgard, having another wife and child, and God of War 4 happens. Thanos was born on Alars and was part of the Titans, a race of godlike beings on Titan. When Titan began to be overpopulated, Thanos suggested to kill half of the population to save his home, but was regarded as too drastic. Sometime after Titan's fall, Thanos came to believe that the universe's large well of life was depleting its finite resources and would eventually cause the destruction of the universe itself. Hence, to save other planets from Titan's fate, Thanos became a world conqueror, moving throughout the universe and destroying half of all life within the planets he conquered due to his ideology of balancing the universe. Perfectly balanced, as everything should be. He earned such a fearful reputation as a galactic warlord, due to his immense power and even ruling over a distinct region of space and gaining control over the deadly armies of Chatter and Outriders. He was regarded among one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, being in the universe. The way Kratos is presented in God of War games is not how he is in game lore. If it was like it, the game wouldn't be that much fun, as in God of War lore, Kratos is a being of almost infinite power, so take that in mind in this video. Kratos is the god of war. That title alone gives him immense strength, durability, and vitality. He is strong enough to resist being crushed by Kronos or Atlas, titans of the Greek mythology that are as big as a skyscraper, if not bigger. Atlas has the power to resist the weight of the world, and with that same power he tried to crush Kratos, and Kratos was strong enough to resist that power, strong enough to be able to overturn a huge temple or push a bridge that had a weight of 1.1 million tons, calculated by Seth the programmer. Hell yeah. Durable enough to be able to be stabbed by the blade of Olympus, a sword that was forged with the life force of heaven and earth, and still survive. Enough vitality to survive the claws of Hades, the god of the underworld trying to claim his soul, and the determination to die and go to hell 3 times and still not give up on his goal. Kratos' arsenal is pretty big. He wields the blades of chaos, blades that are able to create fire on a dimension where fire doesn't even exist. Blades so durable that for hundreds of years have never broken. And other weapons, but Kratos mainly wields the blades of chaos. For armor he wears the golden fleece, armor that only covers his left shoulder, forearm and chest, but strong enough to resist blows from the blade of the Olympus, the most powerful weapon in all of the Greek mythology. Medusa's head that is able to turn to stone to basically every living thing that sees her on the ice. The boots of Hermes give Kratos the ability to run to speeds of 770 miles per hour, and combined with the wings of Icarus, Kratos could fly at speeds of 186,000 miles per second, almost the speed of light. Thanos, according to the writers of Avengers Infinity War, is highly stronger than Hulk. Hulk is able to create 5 million newtons of force with each punch, so Thanos must be able to at least double that amount of power, as he didn't have a problem whatsoever on defeating the Hulk. He's a master tactician, incredibly intelligent, and has the power of the Infinity Stones, which give him the ability to warp space and time, control living things due to his binding, telekinesis, and absolute power. Now, who would win on a showdown? First of all, let me say that Kratos will lose against comic book Thanos. He is just too overpowered. He is the most powerful entity and character in the Marvel Universe in the comic books. So Kratos against comic books Thanos, Kratos will lose, no doubt. But Thanos from the MCU is a pretty different story. Everyone thinks that Kratos will lose against Thanos of the MCU because he has all of the Infinity Stones, godlike artifacts that are able to destroy the entire universe. But even though Thanos had already all the Infinity Stones, Thor was almost able to kill Thanos. If only he aimed for the head! But Kratos has artifacts that are able to counter the Infinity Stones. For example, the Golden Fleece is pretty much the ultimate shield. It was able to resist direct blows from the blade of the Olympus, a weapon that easily defeated all of the Greek titans without leaving a single scratch on the Golden Fleece. The Golden Fleece is a direct counter to the Power Stone. Although Thanos can use it in very different ways, let's say firing a laser or destroying a planet like it's nothing, the Golden Fleece is able to counter pretty much any attack, and the only thing the Golden Fleece needs to do is counter attacks. Not that complex at all. Kratos is also the god of the underworld, as he killed and harvested the soul of Hades, so in that regard the Soul Stone will also be ineffective. Kratos killed the Sisters of Fate, granting him the ability to control time as he wanted, a direct counter to the Time Stone. Just imagine Thanos and Kratos fighting just by going back in time. It will be epic as hell. Mind Stone is able to control people of weak will, or normal humans or living beings. Kratos is the god of war. He has a Spartan rage and an absolute determination to reach his goal. If Kratos plays his cards right, all of the stones I mentioned wouldn't be a problem. The only stones that are able to harm Kratos are the Reality Stone and the Space Stone. Thanos is able to rearrange reality as he wishes. He can basically turn Kratos into a rabbit if he wanted, but for that, Thanos needs to be able to see his target, and with the boots of Hermes, Kratos is able to move at godlike speeds. Speeds that a normal Thanos wouldn't be able to react. So Thanos, enhanced with the Power Stone, would be able to do it, as the Power Stone enhances all of the abilities of your body, your mind, your reaction time, your speed, your power, your strength, your durability, everything. The Power Stone enhances everything. So it all comes down to basically a slugfest between an enraged Kratos and Thanos enhanced by the Power Stone, because every other stone would be useless against Kratos. Thanos was able to easily defeat Hulk, but was stopped on his tracks by a brief moment by Captain America, and was almost killed by Thor wielding the Stormbreaker. If he had only aimed for the head! Kratos was able to completely solo the Olympus, killed Kronos, the creator of time, and it's said that Kratos has the ability to be able to take the place of Atlas, of having the burden of the world, survived being impaled by the blade of Olympus, killed the fastest being on the universe, survived the wrath of Zeus, and many other feats. If Thanos ever kills Kratos, it will be for naught. He is the god of the underworld. He would just come back to life if he wanted. He has done it 3 times already. So, will it be a tough fight? Yes. Will it be epic? Yes. Who wins? My answer to that question will be Kratos. Let me explain. As I said earlier, Thanos without the Infinity Stones will just get obliterated by Kratos, but with the stones is another story. A lot of people seem to overestimate Thanos because of the Infinity Stones. Yes, they are indeed very powerful. They are the most powerful artifacts in the Marvel Universe. And people tend to underestimate Kratos by what it is shown on gameplay, on God of War gameplay, not on God of War lore. In God of War 4, Baldur killed the World Serpent with 3 blows. Thor had a very difficult time fighting the World Serpent in Norse mythology, and Kratos was able to fight on par with Baldur, the son of Freya, cursed with immortality that was able to